Yes. It wasn't easy, that's for sure. They never are in the Premier League, these games, especially when we played on Wednesday in a big game. So to recover and to prepare, it's not straightforward, but we've got a really good group that are committed, that are together, that are fighting for each other. So that's positive. I thought we played well first half. Disappointed maybe not to score a bit earlier than we did, but I think the goal was important when it came. And then credit to Wolves, I thought they started the second half well, and we had to adjust a little bit, scored at a good time, and then maybe that's the bit of breathing space you need in the game. And then for Armando to finish it off, it's great for us, but it's not a straightforward game. We had to fight for it, and credit to the boys, they did that.
Graham, could you just talk us through, please, there are a lot of changes, 7 I believe today.
Yeah.
I kind of get what you're thinking, but could you just talk us through that, please? I mean, particularly seeing Aubameyang 2 goals in 2 games and then to not play was surprising, but you've obviously got a thinking behind that.
Yeah, so Thiago's had a heavy cold start the week and played Milan, but obviously 2 days to recover is really short for him, so we didn't want to take the chance there. Ben Chilwell's 3 games in a week, recovering from an ACL injury. That's not the smartest thing to do, to put him out, especially when we've got Marc Cucurella. Reece James had a dead leg that wasn't fully recovered yesterday, so we had to give him a bit extra time, use him at the back end of the game rather than the start. Obviously we missed Wesley. Mateo Kovacic again, 3 games in a week. He's been nursing a knee problem, so again we can use the group in terms of Georgie and Ruben. Raheem's just had a load of football. His load's massive, so we thought that it would be good for him to have a breather and maybe help us at the back of the game if we needed to. And pretty much similar with Oba, even though he's in a great moment, it's a tricky one because forwards rely on rhythm, but at the same time he hasn't had that much football previous to coming here, and with his injury, etc., and again just the amount of football that he has to play. Felt like today just to give him a breather, and maybe if we need him at the back end of the game we could use that. So that's the thinking process.
It sounds like you were lucky to get a team out of it.
Well, you asked, so I gave you the answer.
I'm grateful, thank you. But that's so you must be. It's kind of a testament to what you've got here, then, that you've got all that to contend with, but you don't have to throw players in, and you've got a team that you could put out that could deliver that kind of performance. In terms of a reshuffle squad rotation. Yeah,
and it's credit to the players because. There's a good group here. I can't complain. I don't think we can succeed with just 11 players. I don't think it's right just to keep 11 going until they fall down and get injured or whatever, and then we play the next ones, because I don't think that's good for the group dynamic. At the same time, I'm conscious that if we lose the game today, you're going to come with me with the Aubameyang. Why did you not play Aubameyang? That's how it is. But as long as the reason's there, as long as I know in my head why we made the decision, then somebody's got to take it. And today it's worked out well, and that's credit to the players because, like I said, the group's really together and pushing for each other, and it's important that everybody knows that we can't do it with just 11.
Hang on. And just Rob, and then share it around. Rob?
I was just going to say, is it going to be like this because of this intensity up to the World Cup? And just a little word from Armando, how important is that for him to get that first goal?
It won't necessarily have to be like this. Everything's a little bit... you have to take every situation on its own, but... if you're playing 3 games a week, you go in Champions League, then 2 days to recover to the Premier League. You've got to make a decision around fresh players, around players that are determined and desperate to play. There's that aspect, and we've got a good group here. It's a good squad with lots of competition, and you need the competition. You need people fighting for each other, supporting each other, wanting to play, but ready to help. And I think you saw that today. Kai scored, Christian scored, Armando scored, so that's pleasing.
And Armando, sorry, just a word on Armando, so that's quite an important goal.
Yeah, it is. I think it's his first, isn't it? So he's been having an impact off the bench. You can see what he brings to the team. Again, he's having to be patient, but he's working hard in training, and I think that goal was a big goal for him.
Right, Sam, and then Adam.
Graham, in the past, some of your predecessors have struggled with the size of the squad here and the sheer volume of big name players. I get, you have to rotate players for injury and load, but it also seems important that you have to keep them all on board as well. They all have to have game.
Well, I think my experience with professional footballers, whatever level is, they want to play football. So you have to respect that. But at the same time, there's part of the deal with coming to a club like this is there's a lot of competition. You've got to fight to play in the team. You've got to be ready to help the team. You've got to be ready to play your role. And all you can do as a head coach is communicate the reasons why and sort of admit that you're not always right. So, but we're doing it with good intentions. I think it's important that we have a strong group, a strong collective, because I think it's really difficult to achieve anything without that.
Okay, we're going to do two more. Adam, and then the ladies to finish. Adam.
Hi.
To follow on Ronaldo, how important have you found sort of the academy core that this squad now has? Obviously, you brought Trevor today, it's very good. Reece is Mason is important. How important do you find that academy group just for what you're trying to build?
Well, I think they're vital. They bring a understanding of the club, of the culture of the club, the demands of the club, what's required in terms of an environment. They've come through a fantastic education with the academy, so they're good people, and they're good footballers. And our job now is to help them maximise their potential, which is really exciting.
Okay, last one before we do Mondays.
Hi.
With the injuries in midfield and contracts running down, are we going to see any midfielders come in during the transfer period?
I've not thought about the transfer window. Thanks for reminding me of that. I've been busy with 3 matches in a week, but my answer with always is any club has to be when the window's open, looking for options and looking for how they can improve. But my job as the head coach is to help the players that are here, help them improve. You can see from the team today, there's a lot of positives, but we're not at our maximum. So that's exciting as well, because we can help the team get better and the individuals get better.
Congratulations,
Okay.
that first Chelsea goal. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I saw Cover get on the ball, and I knew as soon as he got on the ball, I could make a run in behind. And yeah, it was a great pass from him. It was amazing. So, and then after that, just, as a striker, instinct and things like this kick in, and yeah, just cut inside and shot a goal. So yeah, thankful it did go in, which was good, and had to wait a little bit longer because of VAR on the offside. But and in the end, it was a goal. It stood, and yeah, just really, really happy. The emotion started kicking in, and yeah, it was just surreal moment for me and for my family. Even better, because my dad's birthday today, so yeah, got a goal for him, which was even better, and yeah, so just really happy all round. The performance from the boys was amazing also, so yeah, it was just a great day today. So.
Happy birthday to you, Dad, firstly.
Thank you.
It's been such a great journey for you. It's such an incredible story for you to come on and do this in front of the fans at the Bridge.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's my boyhood club. I love the club. I've been a fan since I was a little boy, so yeah, it's just amazing to do it in front of Stamford Bridge and the fans. They were amazing today, and yeah, like I said, I was thankful, great ball from Cover, and I was thankful that I did get the goal today, but yeah, thanks obviously to the fans for the support and the staff and all the players, and yeah, hopefully first of many, but yeah, it was a great day. So
hopefully so, and the opportunity to do this on this stage in front of so many boys that you've kind of grown up with at Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, every player's got their own journeys and things like this, and it's just one that you can look back on and think, wow, like, I'm really playing for such an amazing football club with amazing people around you, and such amazing football players. So yeah, it's just an amazing atmosphere to be around, and I'm thankful every day that I've got the opportunities to be at this club, and yeah, hopefully, like I said, I can score many more goals for the fans and my teammates and things. So yeah.
We spoke to the manager a little earlier, and he said he was delighted for you, and he said that you always come off the bench and make an impact. What has he been saying to you in these first few weeks? Yeah,
I mean, he's obviously come in. We're still getting to to talk with each other and stuff like this, but he seems like a very good guy, easy to talk to, easy to get along with. He's always encouraging, comes up to the players, and if you ever need help, he'll speak to you and help you out. So yeah, he's always telling me to be hard working, and the opportunities that I get, try and help out the team as much as possible. When you come on, always you don't always get some opportunities to score and things like this, but when you work hard and you press and you try and help the team out as much as possible, it doesn't go unnoticed. So yeah, it's just amazing. No, obviously the manager trusts me to come on and have the opportunities to impact games, but I try and help out the team as much as possible as I can. And yeah, like today, I was just thankful that I got the opportunity, you know, to get a chance at goal, and yeah, it's just amazing. So
you mentioned that word opportunity. There's going to be plenty of those coming because the games just come thick and fast, aren't they? It's an incredible period at the moment.
I mean, when you play for such a big club, you've got so many competitions to play in: Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Premier League. So you know, you've got a lot of chances to come on and impact games. And like I said, when you train well and you know you come on and off the bench and you do well, more opportunities will come. So yeah, just got to be patient. And you know, when you do get the chances, you know you've got to try your best to make the most of them, and you know, to help out the team. So
great 3 points for us, clean sheets, 3 goals. I thought we played really well first half. Attacked well. Disappointed not to score earlier than we did, and to maybe add more than 1 goal, but that's football. But again, the attitude of the players I thought was fantastic. A good spirit, good togetherness. You know, we made some changes, but still the team had a good cohesion around it, and again, everybody was pulling for each other, so that's really important.
You made changes to personnel and also to the system as well. It seems to be quite fluid at the moment.
Yeah, depending on how we want to attack, I guess, and how we want to play. I think, like I said before, how we want to play is consistent, but sometimes you have to change the personnel or just tweak a little thing here and there. But in terms of how the team looks, hopefully it's looking relatively similar. But again, we've started the process where there's not that much time on the training ground, so it's game to game to game to game, but we're getting there, and the foundations are good. Like I said, the boys are honest, they're responsible. They want to do well, they want to achieve, so that's a good start point.
You mentioned the clean sheet. Kepa obviously in goal once again today. A couple of big saves, but also how important was his distribution?
Yeah, I thought he did really well. It was important for us. I think at times he helped us play out through the pressure, then it gives you a chance to attack the next line. So he's an important aspect of the team for us. But ultimately they're there to save the ball as well, and he did that when he had to. So yeah, it's a really good game for him.
Obviously goals from Kai, from Christian, and how important for Armando to come off the bench and score his first Chelsea goal.
Yeah, really, really happy for him, because he's been doing that. He's been coming off the bench and having an impact, and I think you see the quality that he has. But obviously, you know, to score is really important for the forwards. But I was pleased with all the guys that scored today, because they've all had to wait and be patient, and obviously if they're scoring, it helps the confidence, it helps the belief in each other, and it's great for the group.
You mentioned confidence, and I guess this helps to build momentum, because like you say, the games are really coming thick and fast at the moment, aren't they?
They are, yeah. We've got a tough game now against AC Milan, so we have to recover for that. But it's exciting. We want the games, we want the challenge, we want the competition. So we just have to recover and prepared. And
Hello. Anybody home? Oops, I can hear myself. Think we have a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a problem. Trying to fix some issues here. Anybody home? No? All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, as you all know, I'm here for the people. Just to give the people the opportunity to talk. So feel free to join us if you can and get into the poll and vote. I was asking people how many goals Erling Haaland is gonna score. So I put some bracket there. Tell us how many goals do you think he's gonna score? 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to plus, and let's have fun. I am going to read some comment from people. Steve was alien. CS, let go Pulisic. Captain America. Let me put the chat here. Let go Pulisic. Okay, Super Chelsea. Let go Pulisic. LeBron James of soccer. LeBron James of soccer. B-Dale said that congratulations to whoever, to our boys for the victory today. CS is asking, where is Broja from? I told you already, Albania. English Albania, because he even was called by the England national team and he chose to go for Albania. And let's see here very quickly. Read some comment quickly. If you want to call, you can call. The link is going to be there pinned on top of the chat. And if you can give me some likes so I can get more people. The more you like, the more people we're going to get. And the longer we can stay here. But if people are already sleeping, and then it's going to be a very short stream. All right, let me fix everything here. Boom, we are here. Okay, DJ, what's going on, bro? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, big up. What's going on? All the people, big up to everyone in the comments as well. What's going on, Orcs? How you doing, bruv? You all right?
Yeah, good. When you win 3-0 and...
oh, mate, what a great result.
The weekend is easier. So.
100%, mate, 100%. What can I... Listen, mate, I'm happy for the... Obviously happy with the result.
Did you go to the game?
I didn't. I've got a cold, mate. I'm recovering from cold. I was gutted about it too.
Season. Yeah, everybody in the house here just coughing all the time and stuff. Yeah.
My dad went with his mate. He said they were absolutely brilliant today. We should have scored more than 3 goals today. But hey, I've got to be grateful for what be happy for what we've got. You know, we got the victory. You know, happy for the goal scorers, especially Kai Havertz, obviously Christian Pulisic, and obviously most of all Armando Broja. You know, coming off the bench and doing it for us. Could have been, as I said, it could have been and should have been more, but we can't sit here and complain. I'm just happy that we got the result and 4th spot now. You know, and here we go again. Here we go, bro. Here we go.
Here we go. To be honest with you, I wanted Spurs to lose. But I didn't really mind like going in front of Brighton. So it was kind of, it is what it is, you know. But Spurs, you wanted them to lose. But if they win and then you go top 4. So it was kind of, it is what it is. But we're in top 4 now. And let the revolution start. So, I was happy to see. What do you think about the starting 11 and the formation? When you saw it for the first time, what was your reaction?
Yeah, listen, I was not bad because listen, we needed to rest some players, mate, and I think you know we've done that, and you know the lineup we put out today, I thought was actually a good lineup. I wasn't complaining at all. I thought I think he got every decision right today. I mean, it proved right because obviously we got the victory today.
Yeah.
From start to finish, from hearing the commentary of what I was hearing, we were all over them. I think they carved out a couple of chances. You know, and then when they did, I think Kepa saved twice from them, 2 vital chances, and then after that, we were all over them. It was just us. This is why I said we should have got more than like 3 goals. I think it's the old situation as it always. People were saying afterwards that in some people were saying, understand that had we had more of a goal scorer or more of a threat, we'd have probably got more than 3 goals, and this is what was lacking. But listen, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, people say we don't have that. We have that goal scorer. His name is Aubameyang, and he was sitting on the bench today. And you know, and I can understand why Graham Potter's wanted to rest him. We've got a big game on Tuesday. That's a vital game now. You know, we're doing well. You know, we picked up on Wednesday in that game. Now we've got to go back to Milan now on Tuesday and get that victory, which I think we can do. We're more than capable of doing. And he's done well. I mean, look at the place he rested today, Orgs. Cover, Reece James, Aubameyang. I mean, just to mention 3 who usually start this game.
Also is
fit, N'Golo Kante fit to start against Milan, hopefully. So he'll hopefully be back. Zakaria has not even kicked a ball yet. We don't know what this guy's going to be like when he does
He wasn't
eventually
even
start.
on the bench. It was surprising.
No.
What's going on? Another Saul Niguez here?
I hope not, mate. I don't think so. That would be an insult on That would be an insult on Zakaria's name, to be honest with you.
Because when
if
you
to
can't
say
even
that.
make a bench, that is a problem. If you can't
That is,
make the bench.
I don't know. Maybe he's got a. I don't know what his situation is. I mean, apparently there was an interview that he did. There's an interview he did. I do believe yesterday, and he said that he's so happy to be at Chelsea. He goes, yes, Juventus is a big team, but he's actually happy to be at Chelsea. He's got a lot of players to learn from. He goes, apparently the manager's only spoken to him once. For one, I mean, how true that is, I don't know. If he's coming out with his own mouth and saying he's only spoken to him once, then you will have to ask the question. And what is the situation with him now? From what I understand with Zakaria, is that he's not fully fit, and he's probably going to get the game. I'm probably saying, I mean, who can you play him? The question is, who would you play him against? The only competition I can see him maybe coming against, but then again, you got to look at the opposition we're playing against. Do you risk him in that game? And that's Manchester City in the League Cup. But do you risk him in that game? That's the thing. That's the only way I can see his game time coming.
Is we don't know how he's going to perform. We don't really know him. So Herbert,
and obviously, pick up Herbert.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Yeah, it's today for me. It's 2:15 here, so we are playing Everton today. I mean, I just watched the Dortmund Bayern game, and was quite interesting. I don't know if you saw the match. Like, they literally scored. Dortmund equalized in the last dying minute, like last second probably, last kick of the match.
Who scored?
It was quite good, man.
Oh, Tottenham?
Yeah, it was 2-2. Tottenham, they won 1-0.
Oh, yeah.
Versus Brighton. Yeah, so... Yeah, but look, I was just looking at the Dortmund game, and they
Dortmund
ended
against Bayern Munich, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So they ended their streak of winning 9 straight Clásicos. That is their derby, basically. So, yeah, that was a good game. And, I watched the last 25 minutes of the Chelsea game as well. As I said, like in that stream as well, like I really like that switch from Amanda Goja. Really reminded me of Harry Kane. Like how he picks the side netting. Like, it's impossible to save those kinds of goals. If you're hitting the side netting, even the penalties Harry Kane takes, like, you can't save them. Like, even if the goalkeeper guesses it right, you're hitting the side netting, how can you save that? So I was very impressed. And look, I think you guys were, I mean, including me, like, we were wondering, like, what is the 7 changes from the last game. But I was just looking at your fixtures. Like, in 3 days, you're playing AC Milan at the San Siro, who won today 2-0 against Juventus.
Yeah.
It won't be an easy game. And I watched that game as well. I watched like around 60-65 minutes, and they were looking very good, man, at their own stadium. Like, the amount of noise their fans make. Like, and I don't know if you saw Brian Diaz's goal. Like, it was a solo goal from his own half. So I think that will be a very difficult game for Chelsea, and I'm definitely looking forward to that game. Milan-Chelsea. And it won't be the same game like you had at the Bridge. I feel like their fans and their stadium and all the history that club has. So, yeah, the changes made sense. But, 3-0 with 7 changes as well. So, kudos to Chelsea, man. Potter is, working his magic.
Yeah, listen, Augs. Sorry, Herbert. Great point to what you just said about the Milan game. They obviously. Yeah. I expect it to be a tough game on Tuesday. I'm not saying we're gonna turn up there and turn them over. No, I think for me, seeing the way my team is playing now, and the way we are going and getting results now. Okay, and today we did the. I mean, people will say, "Oh, it was only Wolves." You should beat Wolves with every team. They've got no manager. They're sitting bottom of the table. Bottom half of the table, you guys should go out there and get a victory. I get all that, but you still can only beat what's in front of you, and we managed to do that today. I get Milan's going to be tough. I mean, I've been to the San Siro stadium before for a Champions League game. Yeah, you're right. The crowd rocks there. That stadium does go when the fans there, do make that stadium, what do you call it? But at the same time, that stadium can also be you can also make that stadium nervous as well. Because if we can go up there, if we can go down there and show what we've been doing in the last couple of games and get them. I mean, listen. I expect Rafael Leao to have a better game on Tuesday against us, because I thought on Wednesday last week, Reece James literally had the guy in his pocket. Okay, he couldn't get anywhere near. Apart from that one time he did that run in the box and he shot it over the bar. Eventually, took a deflection and went over the bar. You know, other than that, we kept him quiet. I expect him to be rocking on Tuesday, Leao. To be honest with you, and he will be. But with the changes we've made today, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game. I think it will be tough. Milan will make it tough for us, but I still think we can get something out of that game. I really do. Whether it should, even if we get a draw there, it won't bother me if we can walk away from there from a draw. You know,
I completely agree.
But let's see.
Yeah, Bobby in the house.
Yeah, big up, guys.
Big up,
guys. I just thought I'd join you.
Yes,
how are you, mate?
Yeah, hi, DJ.
You're good?
Yeah, Orgs.
Yes, sir.
I think, as I said to you earlier, I'm not getting carried away. It's been, 4 games? And one thing today showed us was that Graham Potter is a man with good ideas, a good plan, but with the same players mainly. Same players missing the same chances. It's hard work. He's obviously worked on the forward line, and because of that, we managed to score at all. Now, these players aren't bad players. Chelsea has a very, very good team, but it needs more. It certainly needs more, and probably needs more time. People like Jorginho, I think they've really come to the end. I think Ruben protected him a lot in midfield today. I was very happy for Broja. I think that's a very positive sign. Getting Chukwuemeka on for a while, I think that's a very positive sign as well. Look, we can do good things. Trouble is, we're still in a process. And going to the San Siro, Milan aren't going to be what they were at Stamford Bridge. And I think their performance in the first 20 minutes at Stamford Bridge gives us an idea of what to expect. In fact, at one point, they were unlucky not to equalise. We can turn them over. We can beat them. I think if we score, we silence them and silence the crowd and get them nervous, especially if we score first. But the issue is that this team is still in the making. I think the San Siro is the first real test they will have after 4 games. So that'll be the 5th game, and we'll kind of get a better picture of how resilient and capable they are, because that's going to be a tough game. Wolves today, we should have scored about 7, 8. We didn't. This missing chances thing again. They are a team they're struggling, no manager. So we really should have beat them. And we did beat them, but, did we beat them well enough? I don't think so. The game against Milan, did we really show much there? I think we benefited from a collapse from Milan. For whatever reason, they just collapsed. I think. Don't you
think that we made them do that? We made them average.
We did, yeah. But it was as much of our doing as it was theirs, in my opinion. I hear you. For me, maybe I'm taking it for granted because I didn't expect that. But if they go to the San Siro and do the same thing, then I will sit up and I'll realize, hey, this isn't a mistake. But, are they capable of doing that? I think they are. I really do. But we got to be scoring. We can't be missing chances as we did on the Tuchel. Lots of things. I still have some questions. I still have a question about this Zakaria guy. I don't know what's going on there. I don't see the point. It's something I don't like. If he's not good enough, why did we get him? Are we going round that cycle again? Because, if a player is not what we think he is, I think we've got enough in the academy. We may as well use an academy player that at least can get on the field, or we may as well have kept Ampadu.
Yeah,
So,
the problem, I don't want to cut you, Bobby, but the problem also is that you never know until you try. So the last minute, he wasn't really sure. Ampadu was already gone. You know, we don't want to let ourselves short. So, yeah, there is somebody here on loan, low risk, not like Saul Niguez or something. We didn't pay like 5 million on loan. I think we paid around 1.5 million, something like that, cheaper than Saul Niguez. So I think it was a risk. You have to take risks in life. If it works, it works. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. I am worried, just like you, why he wasn't even on a bench. And journalists really didn't ask the question about Zakaria. Probably he got called. Now is the cold season, and Thiago Silva even played with cold last game against Milan, which is really to applaud because the guy was sick, and he put that performance against Milan. So you have to give it to him, credit to him. But I don't know. I'm just trying to find something positive to understand why he wasn't even on a bench. But yeah, that is just speculation. So
it's very strange, isn't it? Because, as you say, you know, unless it's injury or something like that, it just seems inexcusable to me that he's not even in the reckoning at all. And it's quite disturbing as well that we would have such a player floating around the training ground as absolutely useless to us. But that aside, you know, we're good. Kepa has won the number 1 spot, which is a good thing. I think Kepa has every chance of holding that this season if he keeps doing what he's doing. You know, we're very much in a wait-and-see situation, but we are also very much in the transfer market. You know, I like the model the club is going for, and I really pray it works. You know, it's going for, you know, we've got a manager that hasn't necessarily, you know, been tried and tested and won all sorts of things. In fact, he hasn't won anything yet. So we've gone for that. We've gone for the raw material. And even the director of football, you know, going to Leipzig and picking up this guy that nobody really knows. So we're taking that sort of route to the back room. You know, the medical team now, I think it's been shepherded by a medical company, very much linked to the United States. You know, the changes make sense. You know, they've started the process of the stadium. I listened to David Ornstein, albeit just on Twitter, and he was saying stuff like, look, the permission to do the stadium has lapsed, which it has. We all know it has, because Roman was wasn't allowed back in the country. So
they have to restart the process all over again. Yeah.
So they're on that, and that takes time. I mean, it took Roman about 2-3 years even to get that.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get that long, because all the billionaire around the stadium was, oh, the sun is not gonna get to my backyard. Oh, even the bat right, you know, from the cemetery close there were some bat right. I don't know what it's called there, but
I mean,
nature conservation put another. Oh no, the bat are not going to be. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, everybody wanted a part of money.
Exactly. People are going to do anything they can to make some money out of it.
Yeah.
The difference I see here between Roman and this group is this group they're more knowledgeable about the area and the people. They have deeper pockets. Now, I know profit is their end game, and you know, the more they spend, the longer they're going to have to be at Chelsea to make profit. But you know, as I kept telling people, you know, people when they took over the club, they were like, "Oh, Roman's gone; they're not going to spend anymore." And I was like, "Listen, if someone buys you for 4.25 billion." They're not shrinking violets. They just don't want to advertise their wealth. You know, even the publication of the wealth they have is, we're talking of people that's pretty close to 100 billion pounds. You know, they can compete with anybody in the world, even Man City. You know, so, and this is what we know about. They are an investment company. So their job is to invest. And what does invest mean? You spend money to invest, although they recuperate, but they're not people that will invest small fry. They know it's expensive. They know they've got to put money in, but they have a plan to maximize, according to David Ornstein, they are there to maximize the potential of the club. And everybody who is anybody knows that the formula for profit in football is winning. Period. If you don't win, you don't get anything. This is why Barcelona happily mortgaged their future to try and keep winning, because the only thing that will keep you solvent and keep you profitable is winning. You know, Real Madrid, that is their formula. They spend so much money to win because winning keeps them profitable. So these guys are aware of that, and they will not be afraid of spending money if it's needed, as they have shown. You know, I don't think there has been any English club yet that has spent close to 200 million, close to 300 million pounds in a summer transfer. This is the first time, and they haven't finished. So they mean business. So the ground roots of what they're trying to build is quite solid. What we now have to hope for is that Mr. Potter can get it right on the pitch, and I think he will, the way he's going.
DJ, you wanted to say something, I think.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say to Bobby, he was just talking about the chances that we missed today, and I agree with him 100%. You know, on what he said. Because remember, I said that before the show, August, it should have been more and more it should have been more and more goals today. And I was just wondering, do you think if Aubameyang had started that game today, Bobby, those chances go in the back of the net, and we get more of a high scoreline than what we did today?
Just a quick thing. But remember, you know, we're playing 2 games at least every week up until the World Cup. We have to rotate the squad. We have to. So it was a game for him to sit out, and people like Pulisic and Havertz not so much today. I think he took his chance. Did he miss? Really?
Yeah,
he
missed the traditional. Traditional Havertz thing, but he ended up by scoring. So all of them that skied, like the chance that he skied was easier than what he scored.
And the one he scored, typical, isn't that Havertz all the way?
And that goal Brozier scored today, guys. Tell me, okay? Herbert might know this. Who did that remind you of? That goal today? Who scored a goal similar? Who scores a goal? He got it spot on the head, mate. Right on the goal. Yeah. I'm just looking at the goal now. What a goal it is, mate. He's just taking it and boom, off the post and in the corner. What a finish.
He's got that in his locker, hasn't he? He really has.
He said that the number 9, you know, the striker instinct just kick on me immediately when he received the ball. Even though he had to wait a little bit, the VAR, before really celebrating and realizing what just happened. This is like his first senior goal. He's been scoring in the academy for fun, but this is like the real deal. It's going to give him more, you know, confidence and say, I'm here, so I can do it. He's going to shoot more. He's going to try more. The guy is handful. Look at his size. You know, he just bully people for fun. So I'm very confident. Even lately, we had some news about Tammy Abraham and you know, Ronaldo and all that. But I think we could just develop this guy, Armando Broja, and he might become a big player for us.
I agree. I think he will. Well, another person that really excites me, before I speak of how well Gallagher did, because he did do well today.
Yeah, he did.
This kid, he's only 19 years old. Carney Chukwuemeka.
Oh,
I mean, that guy, he comes on and you could see the stadium was excited and he didn't disappoint.
No.
There's something really special about that kid.
I'm very confident. The future is bright.
Yeah, I know they're using him sparingly because of his age, but sooner or later, this kid's gonna burst on the scene, and he's full of ability. He really is.
That's so true. Herbert, we just left you there. You've been very quiet. For tomorrow, it's your turn, bro. Today we did our job. Tomorrow it's you and against Super Frankie. What do you think about the game? Man United against Everton.
I don't think so. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I mean, I think Everton have the best defensive record in the league after Man City. No, not after Man City. I think they have the best record in the league because they completely changed the defense, didn't they? They bought Connor Cody on loan from Wolves and they signed Tarkowski on a free. So, you see, I watched a couple of Everton games and they look very solid defensively. They want to defend. And that's what the manager wants to, do something. He starts in the defense, isn't it? So, I mean, I can't see us, beating them 3-0 or something like that. So, maybe a 1-0 or 2-1 something in that regard. But Everton, man, we have a good record against Everton, fortunately. Like, I think after West Ham, United have beaten Everton the most times in the Premier League of all teams. So, yeah, but Goodison is never an easy place to go, man. It's one of the old grounds, isn't it? There's one of the few old grounds left from the old Premier League era, and that's always bouncing. They have I think 600, 700 million stadium coming up, which will be done by the end of 2026, something like that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. Against Everton, I'm always looking forward to it because of our mutual dislike for Liverpool. So, yeah, I mean, let's see what Frank Lampard does. I mean, he's got a very new midfield of Onana,
Ghana Gay is back, right? Ghana Gay is back.
Yeah, Ghana Gay is back. Yeah. And Onana is doing good. That Belgian guy, 6'5" Belgian midfielder. And Iwobi, I mean, what a transformation for Iwobi, man. That's usually, you go from wingers going to central midfielder. We don't really see that too much, because central midfield is a very difficult position to play. It's not easy for wingers to do. So, I mean, I watched so much of Everton. Iwobi, man, he's really transformed his game. Like, I remember Schweinsteiger, he was a winger initially and then he went back to defensive midfield. So if you watch Iwobi these days, he's looking like a prime Yaya Toure these days, like proper box-to-box midfielder. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised how Frank Lampard managed to get the best out of Iwobi. It's somebody that I never rated in my life. I'm like,
they paid 30 million for him.
Yeah, and he's proving me wrong, really. Lampard knows how to get the best out of players. He's a long-term kind of project manager that need time and all that. Probably not for Chelsea because we want to win at the same time, but he's doing a good job over there. So, yeah. That's the way it is. So, you're confident. Do you think that Ronaldo is going to start tomorrow or Martial?
I mean, look, I don't want him to start because Martial I told you his stats, Martial. He scored and yes, he has more GA than Havertz in 2 games than he has in 8. And Martial can have rates him very highly because when we play Martial, Rashford and Anthony, there is so much of fluidity in that front three. They can change. There is space in that. And Martial can play with his back to goal, which Ronaldo can't. So I want to see that. And, every team has that, that players who like to play with each other. I mean, if you saw a Europa League game and Martial came on, Rashford, he enjoys playing with Martial. You can see, they have that kind of,
connection.
Connection with them. And even when he assisted him, we went and hugged him and all that. So they have an understanding between them. And that's what Bruno and Ronaldo tries to do. But, there is so much of age difference and he thinks that he has that, but Ronaldo only plays for himself. So I hope he doesn't start. maybe we can bring him on for the last 10 minutes or something, to satisfy his vanity. But I don't want to see that guy, man. I mean, he's I can't wait for him to leave so that all his fanboys can leave this club as well. He's I mean, he's not a Pogba in a certain way, but with getting him, you get this whole 300, 400 million of his fanboys who wants to see him succeed at the cost of United. And they just can't, accept the fact. I mean, what was saying yesterday, you were discussing, a 37-year-old Messi can play for any top 6 team because of his passing. Ronaldo can't. But him and his fanboys, they don't want to accept. They don't have the self-realization that, he is done. But I don't want to see him.
Yeah, so gentlemen, Bobby and Herbert, there are some report that came, and DJ, there are some report that came lately saying that Aubameyang could be moving to PSG, and also Todd Bowley is a big fan of Ronaldo, so it could be next summer Ronaldo to Chelsea, Aubameyang to PSG. But let me report something now. The game is over between Real Madrid and Getafe. Real Madrid won 1-0, and PSG actually drew their game in the French league. I don't know if that is their mind is focused on the Champions League or something. So they drew against Rams, not Rennes. Rennes is the team that Edouard Mendy came from. Rams is actually the team that he started actually when he was looking for a job 7 years ago. So Rams drew the game with PSG 0-0, and everybody is speculating that their mind is focused on the Champions League. So I wanted to report that. Gentlemen, whoever wanna go for Aubameyang to PSG, Ronaldo to Chelsea, who's gonna start?
Can I go on that one quickly, Orgs? I don't believe it at all, mate. Did you see the article, the newspaper who wrote it?
It's from France somewhere, right?
No, it was the Sun newspaper that reported it.
Oh, okay.
And the guy who actually done the story is actually an Arsenal fan. The actual journalist who done the story. And he also, the same guy also said N'Golo Kante is going to PSG as well. That report came out on the same day that Aubameyang story came out. That's why I don't believe it. No other tier 1 journalist has come out and said. I mean, nothing's come out from Fabrizio. Nothing's come out from
David Ornstein or something.
David Ornstein. Nothing's come out from any of those guys. Just this person from the Sun reported. And let's be honest, the Sun newspaper in the UK, Bobby will tell you, and I don't know where Aziz is from. I don't know if he's from the UK as well, but I tell you, that's probably got to be the most UK. That's got to be one of the most trashiest newspapers in the UK that you can ever read, along with the Daily Star. So, until it actually comes out, bro. So until it actually comes out by a tier 1 journalist, mate, and the football club itself, I won't believe that story at all, honestly.
Bobby,
Seriously.
What do you think?
It doesn't even make sense. They always do this. You get these journalists that when things look like they're about to go well for Chelsea, they try to throw in scandal to keep the club in the realms of scandal, because they think that's how they make money off the club.
Scandal.
It's not. It doesn't make sense. The guy has just started playing for Chelsea. He's just started scoring. He's just got fit. I'm sure if you tell him he's just more or less come over from Barcelona, he will not want to be unsettled. His contract is for 2 years. He would like to prove himself and be able to see if he can extend it a bit rather than go down. He's not young. He's not somebody looking for new adventures. He's in his adventure, and that's at Chelsea. So it makes no sense. And as for Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldo's on his way out. He knows it. He's done as a player. He really is done. He's trying to hang on to glories. Interestingly enough, outside of football, I do a lot of things, taking care of men, their mental well-being. I link up with a lot of people in the manosphere, people like Jordan Peterson. I know some people don't like Andrew Tate. I think he's loud. He certainly says things that I wouldn't say, but I think there's a lot of value in what he says, and he's helped a lot of people, and especially young men, because there are lots of, you'd be surprised the number of young men really struggling out there because the world is very much against them. And it was interesting that Cristiano Ronaldo got in touch with Jordan Peterson, who is a renowned psychologist and extremely intelligent man. They spent some time together, and it was all psychotherapy for him to try and prepare him for this new thing
reality
that's happening to him. It's he was at the very, very top of his game. And one thing Jordan Peterson said, because he couldn't say much because of doctor patient
confidentiality or something.
He said, look, the only thing Cristiano wanted, Cristiano is a very well put together guy, but he said the only thing he wanted was how to have ideas as to how he could end his career gracefully, end it correctly in his mind. Because, of course, if it doesn't end the way you are satisfied with, it will become a torment to you rather than something you can look back and say, okay, I've had my career. So he said they had a good discussion, and he feels that after the discussion, also some of the traumas he went through, people look at him as a rich guy. He's a successful guy, but he's a human being. He just lost two children, the twins. He had that trauma. It's not just the trauma. I mean, his partner probably certainly will feel it more than him. But, men feel these things. He wanted children and he wanted these kids, and they're dead. It's unimaginable how that feels to lose a child. Orgs, I'm sure you can't even think about it me or any of us here. DJ has beautiful daughters. You just can't, So that is a problem. So he had that therapy, and just to, without detracting too much, to get back to what we were saying, it's quite clear to me that Cristiano, I think that by next season he's looking for an out. You might end up finding him playing in Qatar that offered him so much money, or the MLS. I would be surprised if he came to a grade A team like Chelsea. It would surprise me. And what's the value in it for us? He's washed up. What I mean?
Commercial value, and the next generation of Chelsea fans. Because when Cristiano Ronaldo moved to a team, he brings the world with him, and you might keep some
yes
fans.
And no.
Yeah. Okay.
The young fans, they still remember him. Yes, but the young kids that I know, I have a 6-year-old, my youngest is 6, and when he talks of players, yes, he talks of Ronaldo and Messi, everybody does, but he talks more about people like Reece James, Mason Mount.
Okay. Just because Dad is supporting Chelsea, and he was conditioned to love Chelsea, therefore probably it's just like my house, right? It's all Jorginho number 5. I don't know what they see in Jorginho, but it's Jorginho or nobody.
Sorry, I had a call that just cut me.
Okay.
So just a round off. I mean, he is on his way out, and I think a club will be better invested. This is why, Pulisic is so disappointing, and I wish he does better, because someone like Pulisic could be a crowd puller. He could have commercial value if he'll only score some flipping goals. So let's see. But for the Aubameyang thing, I'm not buying it at all.
Okay, so Aubameyang not really going to PSG, and Ronaldo not coming to Chelsea. So what do you think about N'Golo Kante to Tottenham Hotspurs or Arsenal? Anybody wanna start?
Ooh. Can I start with this one?
Go on, Bobby. God.
sorry,
guys,
Bobby. Sorry, Aziz, are you there? Let me say hi to you, Aziz. Mr. King, are you there? No, he's muted. So whenever you are up,
I'm here.
okay. I wanted just to say hi. I'm gonna take you on. Let Bobby finish. Go, Bobby.
You know, N'Golo Kante, my heart says keep him. Give him what he wants. This guy is a game changer when he's fit and he's performing. N'Golo brings us trophies. He single-handedly gives us victories. There's no doubt about it. I think a lot of the managers we've had, their success has been linked to having N'Golo Kante on the pitch. But I don't know. I think the Americans are looking at his injury record and wondering just how much longer he can be used to that extent. I don't know. I hope he'll sign a new contract, but I fear we may start looking for a new generation of midfielders and let him go in the summer.
Agreed. DJ, what do you think?
Yeah, listen, I agree with what Bobby's just said. You know, obviously, I hope we keep him. I think obviously, you know, I think from hearing from the manager speaks of him, he's a massive admirer and massive fan of his as well. And I think you'd want to obviously keep him around. But again, it comes down to whether the owners think, you know, because of his injury record, is it worth that? Now, for me, I would personally give him, like Bobby said, I'd give him give him what he wants. Is it 2 years with an extra year of an extension, or 3 years with an extra year or something?
I mean,
but he needs to, that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
He's been offered 2 with 1.
2
and
with
he
1.
wants 3 with 1.
That's it. I knew I got it. It was one of the 2. I knew it was something like that, Bobby. But listen, if he does end up going Augs, which I hope that'll be obviously be a gutting day if he does leave Chelsea. I cannot see him going to Tottenham, Arsenal, or anywhere in the Premiership. I think if Chelsea were to let him go, it probably would be to PSG. If he was to go there, if he was to leave, and I don't think we'll let him go to a rival club, because they're still, what everyone wants to say, they're still going to be rivals, and selling him a player like. But the problem we've got is he's going to be out of contract, so he's free to more or less talk to people in January, isn't he? So he can talk to these clubs in January. But I just hope he doesn't. But I think he would. I think hopefully, you know, if he does, we can keep him. But if he does go, I hope he decides he doesn't want to stay and play in the Prem. He might want to decide to go to PSG. But if he's settled in London and he's settled in England, then there's a possibility. There is that possibility that he could go to any of those clubs. Let's see what happens, mate. Hopefully not. Hopefully he stays.
Okay, so people who are watching us on YouTube, if you wanna give us a like, you wanna come talk to us or send a question, because slowly and surely we are going to the end of this show, because I'm here just to give the people the opportunity to talk. And Aziz, what do you wanna say, bro?
Yeah, to me, Kante leaving to a rival team is gonna be bad for Chelsea. So I'll rather give Kante the 2 years. Hopefully, he signs that 2 years and extension to 4 years. And playing in a Arsenal team that is already getting better, playing in a Conte team that is defensive sound. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want Kante to be playing in that kind of team. It's gonna it's gonna help them a lot. And that's my fear. If you notice, anytime we don't have Kante in our team lacks something in terms of driving forward and in terms of defending. Like today, I'm so happy we won. But if you notice, our midfield was lacking something physical. Did you see the way Wolves were cutting into our midfield then? This first half?
I saw it, but I think Ruben was also physical. Like,
Ruben is good.
He protected Jorginho a lot, and
that's what I'm saying. Jorginho, we all know what Jorginho. We know his strength and we know his limits. A Ruben and a Kante will be a very good midfield with the way Potter is playing. You understand what I'm saying? So I'd rather give Kante what he wants, because I don't want him to play in Arsenal. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm a Chelsea fan. I don't want him to play in Arsenal, and I don't want to see Kante in Spurs. Like you said, I'd rather see Kante going to PSG.
Okay.
or somewhere abroad. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then Kante playing in another team outside Chelsea. That'll be very devastating to us. Except, are we going to buy Declan Rice?
Yeah,
If we are
Declan
lucky.
Rice might be a little expensive. The way I see it is we might be killing ourselves here. Like, oh, we're going to buy Alvarez from Ajax. We're going to buy Moises Caicedo from Brighton. We're going to buy such and such. But we might have somebody already in the team that we don't know. Probably somebody like Porter. He can make his own Kante in the team. Charlie Webster is there in the academy. I've been talking about him for years now. We have the guy that we bought from Italy also. What's his name? Cesar Casadei. You can also go to Ethan Ampadu. If he doesn't make it under Porter, I think it's time to sell him. Let him go. He can play that role. I think we might be surprised by the decision Porter is going to make. I don't know, but spending like 60, 70 million when you can make your own player, you know, I don't know. Who should replace Kante, DJ? Do you have an idea?
Do you know what the question is? I mean, people are saying, I know Aziz King's just mentioned Declan Rice there. Big up to Aziz, by the way. Big up to you. Yeah, look, he's not a bad shout, Declan Rice. But at the moment, I'll be honest with you, guys. I'll be honest. I don't know who can replace him. I really don't know. For me, I don't care what anybody says to me. For me, he's the best guy in his position. He's the best in the world for me.
Yeah.
And where do you go? Where do you go and find that, Orgs? Where you tell me? We can make our own, as you said.
Well, yeah.
But if we can do it within the club, we can do our own, right? Okay, which is a valid, very, 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 very true point, right? However, if we can't and we need and we're going to go and buy it, then I'm thinking to myself, I just don't know anybody out there that can really touch Kante. The guy is literally like as he said, he's not only just one of those guys that can get forward, he can score goals at vital times, he can break up. He's physical in what he does when he plays the game. He's still one of those. I don't care. He's still, for me, one of the fastest players we've got in our team. Yeah. The guy is up and down. He's up and down in that midfield, either whether he's defending or going forward and doing his damage. So for me, he's irreplaceable. I don't know if there's anybody really that can come in and do a job for me there, unless you got the likes of, like you said, Casadei in that midfield that we signed from Inter Milan, maybe. Then you look at obviously Ampadu. But again, are they going to be as good as Kante? It's going to be a tough one. I really don't know what to say on that one. For me, we keep him. He has to stay. He has to stay, mate.
Yeah,
if
we can keep him fit, maybe send him to New York and have some good, treatment or whatever. N'Golo Kante, man. You need to take that 2 years because, I mean, I understand the position from the club. If you know, it's just like William. William was asking for 3. We give 2, and then he decided to go. N'Golo Kante also need to listen and take the money, bro. Take the money, stay in London, so you don't have to change to go and join our enemies in London. If he joined there, I will have hard time like to call him like Snake or something because he's N'Golo Kante. You know, like how can you even call him names?
You can't, bro. You can't even. The thing of all is, you can't even envision that. You can't even envision him with your eyes in an Arsenal or a Tottenham shirt. That's the problem. As a Chelsea fan, mate, I cannot see that. Seeing him come back and do damage, and the thing of all is, I think it'll be a big mistake for us if we let him go. I mean, I can understand what you're saying on your points about his injury record. I get all that and what the club's going to do, but I don't know what Herbert thinks of. I'd like to hear from a rival's point of view what he thinks. And I know he's made his opinions on Kante before, but for me, I think he's just I don't think he's placed. I think for me at the moment, I say he's irreplaceable. Let's see what Herbert has to say on that.
Herbert, what do you think about Kante? Where do you see Kante? Manchester United?
I mean, I don't want him at United. I think he is another injury-prone player. Which he is a good player at his position, but I think Chelsea needs to move on. His legs are gone. I mean, what's the point of having a good player who only plays like 25% of the game? So, and what's to say, like, if Potter doesn't want to play that kind of player, I mean, what he wants to play like a deep lying midfielder, he doesn't really want a destroyer kind of midfield. So, for me, I think he has done well. He's done excellently well to get that last contract, even though he was injured for most of the time. And fair play to him, man. And his agent, he's got that good deal. There was also rumors last, I think it was under Ragnick that we could be going for him. But look, I mean, Ten Hag doesn't want that kind of player because he wanted someone like a De Jong, that who can take the ball off the back four and, distribute and probably make you run in the opposition box. So we don't want that. I don't think Casemiro was again his choice, but since we couldn't get De Jong, we needed to, spend that money somewhere else. So
yeah,
but Kante should be going to PSG or somewhere, maybe Italy as well. Italy is an option, but I think you should replace him with Caicedo, man. I watched a lot of this guy, and he is like, Kante, like he's ready to make that next step, and he knows how Potter plays, he knows the manager. Same goes for you should replace DX with Trossard. Them kind of players, look, they won't cost much. I don't think you're going to be paying 80-90 million, which you're going to be paying for Declan Rice. You can get them both players for. I think Trossard is also in his last 1 or 2 years of his contract, so he won't be that 90 million like Anthony, like how we got Mud.
What is Trossard's natural position? Is he a midfielder or a winger? Trossard.
I think he can play any one. He's a bit like Nkunku as well, not really a fixed position. He can play all three. But what I have seen most of them, he likes to play in that number 10 position. Like he's creative as well, but main attribute is goal scoring. And you could do with some goals from the midfield, I feel, Chelsea. But again, my issue with this whole Potter thing is that you bought Tuchel, Koulibaly, Fofana, and all these players, but then you replaced him with Potter, who didn't. I mean, he didn't sign off those players. He didn't sign off Nkunku as well. So
he didn't.
That gives me certain things. Yeah, that just gives me an indication. There are some signings the club wants to make, irrespective of what the manager wants. I hope that's not the case when our sporting director is eventually put into place. But I think Potter gets given the place he wants to play according to his system, because I think in the game he has played right now, I don't think you guys have seen how Potter wants to play. It's just about getting the results at the moment. So if he wants Caicedo and he wants Trossard or any exciting players or whoever he wants, I think you should buy him. And
the problem with Potter is that he creates his own players. Like, he doesn't mind any player that he will find there. You give him a player, he's gonna find a way of using that player to, in the best way possible. So if I ask, I think he deserves at least a couple players for himself. If a DM is like the priority for us, and then let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Just give it to him. That's the way it is.
That Caicedo guy they bought the Brighton bought him for 5 million. And he's a United fan as well. He was coming to United. He himself said that United were in for him, but they weren't willing to pay the money. So he is, I think, I think his nationality is Ecuadorian. So he's obviously from Antonio Valencia's country. So obviously most of them guys are United fans. So look, I think he will be a good replacement. That's my opinion.
Moses Caicedo. Now the price could be more than 60 million, which is a little expensive when you can make your own Caicedo at Chelsea, but it's gonna take time though. To train a player and make him world class, it takes a little bit time. Chelsea need to win, so it is what it is. So tomorrow we have Arsenal against Liverpool. Aziz, what do you think about that game? Arsenal, Liverpool, who's gonna win?
Arsenal, Liverpool. I'm betting my money on Liverpool.
Liverpool to win?
Liverpool to win.
It's gonna be at Emirates, right? It's gonna be.
It's gonna be at the Emirates because there's some. Sorry to cut you. In football, there are some teams that they are your bogey teams. Tottenham is Chelsea's bogey team. Tottenham can be in form. You understand what I'm saying? They can be playing this great football. Anytime they meet Chelsea, there's always a problem. Liverpool,
just like, Liverpool
Arsenal.
and Arsenal. Okay.
Every time Arsenal is in form, they're playing well. Just like last season when they were beating everybody, blue-black, beat Chelsea, beat everybody. They met Liverpool, beat him. They still got through 0. So they have this psychological distance against Liverpool. If they can beat Liverpool tomorrow, I'll be scared of Arsenal. I'm going to consider them as a threat. But if they don't beat Liverpool tomorrow, the table is open.
Okay. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. So, Herbert, who's going to win tomorrow?
It's very difficult to choose, man, because it's like Chelsea fans choosing between, Arsenal and Tottenham. Obviously, I don't want Liverpool to win at any cost, but, Arsenal fans, again, deserve that humbling like we gave them. Like, they are flying high. They're saying we're going to challenge for the league and all that. But I think what Mr. Reese is exactly like, the bogey team. Liverpool, I mean, I've rarely seen Arsenal beat Liverpool confidently or, convincingly. So I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool win, and Liverpool I think they have got some players coming up as well. I think this week, look, this is obviously, many Chelsea fans come here, and not many have talked about this debate which was going on since this weekend between Trent and James. Rio Ferdinand was saying he's going to pick James over Trent, and either way, I would like to say Trent getting cooked by Martinelli like how he did last time, so that debate never happens, because James is he's clear at the moment, man. He's not one of the best right backs in the Premier League. He's top 3 in the world right now. That guy, he's built like a tank. He can play anywhere in the back 3, and I didn't like something he said. Who said that? It's Rafael Leo guy. He said that. James is one of the toughest guys.
The toughest guy I never faced. James. I might be biased here, but I think he's the best at the moment.
I don't think there's any biases. I think it is clear, the way that James has started the season. He's obviously he's going to be a future Chelsea captain. He has signed that new deal as well. So, man, either way, whoever wins, I want to see Trent getting cooked. How Martinelli did it last time. But tomorrow would be a good result for Chelsea and United. Because obviously, we need to put a point, and they are. So I think we are 12 or 15 points behind Arsenal, and you guys are around 10 or 9. So a draw is favorable for both of these.
Yeah, awesome. What else do we have here? DJ, do you have any wish for tomorrow's game between Liverpool and Arsenal?
I mean, at the moment, the way it looks at the moment, if you're going by on form at the moment, you have to say Arsenal win, because of the way Arsenal are playing at the moment. But I just like Aziz and like Herbert said, I just think tomorrow could be the day where Arsenal actually get humbled tomorrow. I don't mean, when I say humbled, I don't mean it in a thump, but I think tomorrow, I think Liverpool. No, they won't get that. But I think Liverpool could get a result there tomorrow. Be a tough game. Look, it's a tough one to call, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, because Arsenal, as much as I don't like them, you have to also give credit where credit is due. And at the moment, they are doing so well. You can't not the way they're playing at the moment. Arteta's got them playing the kind of football it reminds me of the way they used to play their football, their game. He's trying to getting that back in this team again, and I think they're tough at the moment. But I think if one team can humble them, and as Aziz has also said, Liverpool is a bogey team for them, and if Liverpool can turn up to with some players back, I hope it ends. For me, hope it ends up in a draw. Personally, I don't want anyone to win, but I just think if Liverpool turn up with their heads with that right space in their heads and everything, I think they can win that game tomorrow.
Yeah, I completely respect that. So, people, it was really a pleasure for all of you guys to help me out. Herbert, you want to say goodbye to people? Tomorrow we're going to be here for the Everton and Manchester United game. So, people, put your notification on and stay here. We're going to have another pre-game show and watch along if it's possible. So yeah, tomorrow we have 2 big games. Next week we have the Champions League. So yeah, we have games almost after a couple of days. So stay tuned. Herbert.
Yeah, no, look, I was just watching. Obviously, I'm very much into wrestling, so I was just watching. I was listening to Ric Flair about. He was talking about what he's going to do and what he like that. Ric Flair doesn't know what to do about after retiring. A guy who has done everything and about wrestling his whole life, and when you take that guy out of wrestling, he doesn't know what to do, even with all the money he has. I feel that's the same situation with Ronaldo. He can't accept the fact that he's, declining, and that point comes when all that fame and glory, is being taken away. So I feel so bad about that, man. This guy, Mbappe and Haaland, these guys are 21, 22, 23, right? So all the generation, this generation, they're going to be going up with him, with these kind of players, and so man. Yeah, I don't want to see him start tomorrow, but yeah, kind of feel sorry for him.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Herbert. And get some. Oh, you just probably woke up and you still.
It's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Oh man, go sleep for a couple more hours before walk.
Big up to you, Herbert. Big up to you, bro.
Thank you so much, brother, for helping. And Mr. Aziz King, do you have anything to share with us before we let you go?
I'm gonna say about Potter football. At first, I was doubting him, but now I'm beginning to see the real Potter football. The difference, I see similarity between him and Tuchel, but the only thing I can see is that he's more attacking. Our attackers are willing to. They are, like before, Tuchel only played through Rich James, but now our attackers are willing to go for. You understand? Are looking for goals, even though they are not really clicking that much. But I could see the difference between the Tuchel football and the Potter football. That's what I was saying. I was one of the first persons to doubt Potter. Remember that last time?
We can doubt. All I can tell people is Thomas Tuchel did what he did. He won us trophies. We have just to respect him in that sense. He's gone now, and we have. I feel really very uncomfortable, always comparing, because they are not the same kind of. The management style is different. There's no bad way, because that's how Thomas Tuchel wants his football to be. Just like Diego Simeone, he's very defensive. That's how he sees football. But I completely understand what you mean by, we create more, we push more, we attack more, we are in front foot and we go for it, which is good. But now we have to keep the momentum, keep the momentum going. And do you have any score for the game on Tuesday against Milan?
I'm confident we'll beat Milan.
Okay.
I'm confident.
They won 2-0 today. They won 2-0 today.
It doesn't mean. I want to say something before. I'm not saying maybe because I'm being biased. I'm a Chelsea fan, but the English, maybe top 6 English team are better than any Serie A team.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You understand what I'm saying? In Serie A, you don't really see any team winning the Champions League. Yeah. If you come to England,
they get to later stages. Sometimes semi-finals, sometimes finals and stuff. Yeah, they haven't won for a while. Mourinho is the last one to win
2010
European trophy for Italy with Conference League. So, but yeah, Mr. Aziz, come back tomorrow. We're gonna be here for other games, and be there, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah, big up to you, bro. Big up to you.
Big up to you, sir.
Big up to you. Thank you so much, DJ. Do you have anything to say, brother?
Nah, just obviously a great result today. Happy with the 3 points. Look forward to Tuesday. now. Like we said, it's going to be a tough game against Milan on Tuesday. I do believe some of the injured players that didn't start the first game, some are coming back. So let's see what happens. And like I said, the San Siro does rock, especially on Champions League night. So they will make it tough for us. But I think we can go down there. Even if we don't get a win, we get a draw, I'd be happy with a draw. But I'm confident. I'm always confident we always win wherever we play. So hopefully we'll get that win. And as of tomorrow's games, hopefully draws in both games, mate. I don't want either team. I don't want any of the teams to win either one. None of them to win either one of them to be all draws, mate. So for me, listen, Orgs, as always, it's a pleasure chatting to you as always, brother.
Thanks, bro.
Regards to your family, and I will catch up with you tomorrow on tomorrow's shows with you, mate.
Thank you so much, DJ. Get some rest and peace.
I will do, mate.
Thank you so much. So DJ is gone. People, I'm gonna be here for a few more minutes, kind of summarize the show. If you have a question or something, I will probably jump to something. Give me a few more seconds here. I will jump to something that I think is important to summarize this show. How everybody is feeling today. How refreshing it is to start like watching highlight without any problem, because football was good and we scored a lot of goals, So let me move to this. Voila, here we go. So I'm here to show you, my people, what is going on here. Okay, so let me remind you what happened today. Bournemouth beat Leicester City 2-1. This game, actually, Leicester City started. They scored the first goal, and I was like, Brendan Rodgers is back, people. He's going to win this. He's going to see this game out, and blah, 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 blah. And they went to lose. Look at that. 2-1 at the end. Philip Billing, 67 minutes for Bournemouth. Ryan Christie, 71st minute. And the goal actually from Patson Daka, my own brother from Zambia. He scored in the 10th minute for the Foxes. Man of the match, Philip Billing. Mr. Billing won it. He scored one goal, one key pass. Pass completion was 96. Let's check on the voting here. Philip, Danny Ward, who was also voted. That means the goalkeeper had to work very hard today. Patson Daka and all that. So, I don't know, man. Rodgers, he's still 50-50 here, because when he beat Nottingham Forest, I was thinking, listen, officially back again. They're going to win. They're going to beat Bournemouth. That's what I was thinking. But, oh my goodness, I was completely wrong. What's going on? Rodgers and Leicester City. Who is going to be the next manager to get sacked? We don't know. Nottingham Forest just gave a new contract to Steve Cooper. So he's not going to get sacked anytime soon. Do you think the next on the list is going to be Brendan Rodgers? Oh my goodness. I just don't know what's going on here. What is going on with Leicester City? I don't know. But let's wait and see. The second game, no, I'm going to leave this at the end so we can talk about Chelsea before we leave. So let's go to the last game that was between Brighton and Tottenham Hotspurs. Actually, I predicted 1-1, a draw, but Tottenham Hotspurs managed to win it. 22nd minute, Harry Kane, and the assist was from Heung-min Son, of course. Heung-min Son. Harry Kane, man of the match with 1 goal, 1 shot on target. That is clinical. 1 shot on target, 1 goal. Oh man, McAllister. So, I don't know. Spurs are back again. Back again. Kind of boring football, but they are getting the result. Antonio Conte, that's where he plays his football. The most important is the result for him. So people, if you have a question for me or you want to jump very quickly, feel free to do so, because I'm here for probably 5 minutes. I want to just summarize the day, and I'm going to leave and come back tomorrow. And Danny Welbeck couldn't even score today. The Zerbi, the new Brighton manager, the first game he did very good against Liverpool away 3-3, and today he couldn't beat Tottenham Hotspurs at home. Probably they were not lucky. Look at that, man. I don't know what happened to you, the Zerbi. But listen, I'm happy because Chelsea are 4th. Chelsea are 4th because Brighton couldn't win. So I'm happy to be 4th, but I wanted Brighton to get a result at least. You know what I mean? Harry Kane scored. How about the jersey? This kit is awful. Just like Nike kit this season. They look the same. They look like children or kid design. They don't look like really football kit, right? Look at that. Ugly. I don't know what's going on with Nike, but how can somebody get paid to do that, you know? I don't know. You can't do that. So if you look at statistics here, Brighton had the ball almost 60%. At the end of the day, brother, it's not about possession. It's about scoring goals and getting 3 points. They even had more shot on target, 4, and Tottenham Hotspurs had only 3. All the shots combined, 14 for Brighton and only 8 for Tottenham Hotspurs. So football sometimes is cruel, man. You know? That unforgivable. So let's move very quickly to another game. Newcastle United against Brentford. 5-1. 5. Can you believe it? Look at that. Bruno Guimaraes with a couple goals. Jacob Murphy with 1 goal. Amron with another one. And Ethan had an own goal. Kieran Trippier had 1 assist. Callum Wilson another assist. And for Brentford it was Ivan Toney with a penalty. Nothing really to report here, to be honest with you. If you check on their statistics here, Newcastle, you know, they had more possession. What happened to Brentford? I mean, they're not doing good at the moment. Very sad indeed. Nick Pope is somebody that is very good shot stopper, but he's so tall that sometimes when you shoot it low, he can't get there. And he's very, very bad with his feet. Looks like he is back with the national team, so probably going to Qatar. Guimaraes, Bruno, what a player, man. What a player. Ivan Toney. I think he's the best penalty taker in the Premier League, according to many experts, because he never missed one. He was the captain today, Brentford captain. Guimaraes really enjoying his life. When he was in Brazil, he was linked with Chelsea, before he moved to Lyon, and from Lyon to Newcastle United. I think at some point Real Madrid or some other big teams are gonna want him. But if Newcastle start winning trophies, he might stay. He might stay. Isaac didn't play for Newcastle. I think he's injured or he got a knock or something like that. No, let me just confirm that. Let me double check Isaac if he was on the bench. No, he wasn't in on the bench. Yeah, I heard from somebody that he got a knock. So speedy recovery for Alexander Isaac. What next? Let's talk about Manchester City. The cyborg himself, Mr. Erling Haaland, half man, half machine, or half man, half amazing. Okay, Cancelo got the man of the match today, but Erling Haaland can't stop scoring. 15 goals in 9 games in the Premier League. That is very scary. Joao Cancelo with a goal, Phil Foden, Mahrez, and Erling Haaland. What else can you say about City? Just take the damn trophy, give it to Manchester City right now. Look at the possession, 65% possession. Shot on target, 8 shot on target, and they scored 4 of them. And for Southampton, they didn't even have 1 shot on target. All the shots combined, 21 for Manchester City, only 5 for Southampton. I'm telling you right now, Manchester City are a joke of a team. They can destroy you for fun. And if Erling Haaland continues this way, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. The scary thing is the guy is not going to the World Cup. So he has time to go to the beach somewhere where it's hot somewhere around the world, relax, refresh himself for almost a month, and come back in December and start destroying other teams. I'm telling you, Erling Haaland need to be banned from football. It's illegal. It's illegal. That brother is just illegal. And the last game that I'm gonna finish for today's show is going to be this one, of course. Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. Kai Havertz 45-minute plus 3. It was in the stoppage, or what is called added time, Fergie time, in the first half. That was the right timing. What a moment! What a moment during the game to score, because the team talk completely changes. You know, before you go to the dressing room, you score a goal, completely change the dynamic of that game. But before that, we could have scored probably 3. We had chances. Pulisic skied like a couple of times. Kai Havertz did the same. Mason Mount did the same. And I was like, oh my goodness, we were playing so good, but same old in the final third. And then we came back, 54th minute, Christian Pulisic. Yeah, put 1 for Chelsea Football Club. And then Armando Broja, 89th minute. Literally the last minute of the game. The boy did his thing. Mason Mount got 2 assists and Mateo Kovacic got 1 assist. Man of the match, Mason Mount. Let's see the vote here. Let's see what he did. He didn't score any goal, but he had 2 assists, 1 big chance created, 5 key passes. Pass completion was 84.6. Successful dribbles, it was 2. Let's see other people that were voted in this. Mason Mount, wow, 65%. Koulibaly 8%, Marc Cucurella 6%, Kepa Arrizabalaga 6%, and Cesar Azpilicueta 5%. Everybody did pretty good. Let's check on some other statistics here from the boys. Whoa, so we had possession today, huh? In the previous games, we let the opposition have the ball. So we were having like 45% of possession, but we won our games that we had less possession. So today, almost 57%. Shot on target, we had 7. Wow. And Wolves only had 2. All shot combined, we had 20. So we start really shooting. There were some games at the beginning of this season that like we're gonna have like 2 shots. Like nothing, you know. It was really annoying to see statistics at the beginning of the last season and also the beginning of this season. It was awful. Look at this. We are improving in every aspect of the game. So it is what it is here. Do they really give like ratings here? No ratings. You can just tell here everything that happened. And let me. So people, I've been here for almost 2 hours. I'm going to leave very soon. The phone is always there for people to call anytime. And also, if you want to help your brother out to get some likes, it doesn't hurt anybody. It's just free of charge. So click that like button. It only takes 1 second to do it. Armando Broja, first senior goal for Chelsea Football Club. And many more to come. Many more goals to come for this brother here, Armando Broja. So let's go here. Show you some gallery here. The management, you know, the game management from Porter was spot on, because we need a lot of energy to play against the AC Milan away on Tuesday. So the game was really completely different. It could have been like 7-8 if we had some clinical people in front. Azpilicueta was good. Azpilicueta was putting a lot of low crosses and nobody there to finish them. Yeah, Dev today was good. But this is what you get from Captain Azpilicueta, you know. He's edging. And he's going to give you one game here and then some, you know, not so good games here and there. Adama Traore. Look at baby lotion in his hand. So you don't touch him, or he gonna get away from you. So this guy here, Cucurella, did pretty good against Adama Traore. He got down a few times, but overall Cucurella was very, very good. Diego. So Diego Costa back at the bridge. He got a big ovation from Chelsea fans today. Everybody wanna see him do good, but not against Chelsea, of course. So yeah, Diego Costa really was good at Chelsea, but since he left Chelsea, he never really was the same Diego Costa again. Now he's at Wolves. I don't even know if he's gonna score a goal, but good luck to him. Hopefully he can score a few goals and get a new contract. He's 34 or something like that. 34 today or yesterday, something like that. So still a couple years left on him if he can work very hard and if he can stay healthy. And yeah, that is Mr. Diego Costa. Anyways, people, I couldn't even get 30 likes. I don't know why, but we had so many people in the chat. I don't know. What are you saving your likes for? If you don't give your brother 1 like to promote the show, what are you doing? I mean, doesn't make sense to me, right? Not even 30 likes. Wow. Why are you stingy? Your brother been spending hours. The first show took me almost 4-5 hours. Did show 2 hours. And I'm asking you just for 1 second. Anyways, people, only if you want to. Not an obligation, because I do it for free. But it always helps when you give your brother some likes. All right, people. Since I am not getting a lot of response from you, no likes, no calls, no comment, no nothing, I'm tired of talking, and I am going to take blue ice, and then I'm gonna leave.
Ogs, my brother, am I holding you back? I know you have things to do, eh?
No, go on, man. You have something to say. You say it, and we're gonna close the show. No
Holy water, manya,
holy water. I have my holy water too here.
I've been on a holy water spring, my brother, and we fantastic day in the office for us, my brother. It was a fantastic performance all around. Kudos to Potter and the boys. Very good performance all around from the team as well. I mean, it was ugly, but we walked away with 3 points, and most importantly, Ogs, we kept a clean sheet. I'm more concerned about that clean sheet. I mean, I want the 3 points, but the clean sheet is respectable. It's a respectable performance, and it's a great platform to walk into the Champions League game on Tuesday. And I think we're going to roll AC Milan over.
You think so?
Of course, my brother. I think we're going to roll AC Milan over. And, and to, like I said before, Broja, congratulations. Welcome to the team. Gallagher, congratulations. Yeah. Welcome to the team. And
the kids need patience sometimes in life.
Yeah,
bro.
Absolutely. I'm a typical Chelsea fan. I just want to win right
just
away.
Demand result
immediately, my brother. I don't wait. I don't want to wait for anything. I want that Champions League yesterday. I want the EPL yesterday. But again, it's great to see these young kids flourishing gradually. There's still lots of work to do. And I saw Mason Mount. I saw you have Mason Mount as man of the match. He deserves it, even though he had a quiet game. But that man of the match,
he's missing a lot, shooting off target a lot. But he was so important.
He was very important. Oh, thank you. He was key. And you see that give and go with Pulisic. I respect that. For him to be able to dig out a give, to know that Pulisic, to be aware that Pulisic was still running. That shows me that there's chemistry brewing somewhere. So, I give him his flowers as man of the match, Mason Mount. And we go again on Tuesday, August. We go again. And, it's kind of nice to know that we can manage with the length, breadth, and depth of this team. I'm not sure what's the story with Zakaria. It doesn't look like the coach trusts him, because Chukwuemeka he's got a look in ahead of Zakaria. So I'm not sure if maybe Zakaria we're saving him for FA Cup. I don't know. But what are your thoughts on Zakaria, Ogs?
Yeah, I don't have any judgment right now, since I don't know how he's going to be. And I'm not in training. So kind of confusing at the moment. This is the cold season. So I'm probably got some cold and had some fever and couldn't make it to the bench. But hopefully he can. I don't wanna another Saul Niguez situation.
I hope not too, man. I just
want him to succeed. But it looks like Ruben is getting his place. The young Gallagher getting his place, and Chukwuemeka now is making his case. So we are packed in that midfield. If you are not really sharp, what we need, and then nothing. And also, Zakaria could be victim of the loan situation. What I mean by that is, if Graham Potter had to develop Chukwuemeka, knowing that Zakaria is just on loan and he's going back, what the point?
True.
This is what many of our academy product face. Like you go there just to help them for something. Not necessarily that you are bad, but what the point? Okay, I have this guy here doing the same job as you. Let me develop him instead of giving you minute. So.
Yeah, but think about Oggs. Think about Kovacic 2016. Was he victim of a loan system, or was he favored when he came? Like, was he able to break into the 11 as a loan player? What was his story? How come we ended up buying him and keeping him?
Well, Kovacic, he did good. He wasn't like extraordinary, but of course we won the Europa League with him when he was on loan. So he was the only kind of transfer we could have made back then. We were under suspension, and he was registered at Chelsea. So we just took advantage because we didn't have any choice. We can't sign anybody. Frank Lampard is taking over. Let's keep this guy because that is the only transfer that we had. So many things really worked for him. Just like many things worked for the academy because of the situation. If we didn't have that transfer ban, Mauricio Sarri probably was going to stay. Or we were going for a high-profile kind of manager, you know?
That's true.
And then he was going to come and buy his own players. He doesn't have time to go and, you Mason Mount, no, stay there. You're still kid, still learning. He was going to buy his own players, and we were probably going to win something.
So hold on. Are you saying that without the transfer ban, we don't sign Frank Lampard as coach?
Part of that because he came for a project. He was like nobody. Remember, it was so many.
I know.
Many people that we were linked.
Interviewed.
To.
Yeah.
We interviewed. They said no. Then even Ragnick rejected us. Like no.
At the time, that's true.
So Lampard was like, okay, let me try my chance. So it was like the only guy that really wanted to be in that situation of, no transfer, probably not a lot of pressure. Don't expect too much from me. I'm working with the kid. So I'm not saying 100% he was not going to get the job, but come on, Frank Lampard from Derby with Thomas Tuchel probably from, let's say, back then,
Dortmund.
From Dortmund. There's no even comparison. Or Ancelotti back then, who just got sacked by
Real Madrid.
What team he was again at Napoli? Who just left Napoli?
Yes,
okay,
right.
Ancelotti is come on, bro. That's it. Lampard was not going to have a job if they had to go through the process of really interviewing top caliber managers back then. Yeah. So the situation benefited Frank Lampard and also those young kid from the academy. That's what I wanted to say.
Fair enough.
We never know. We're just speculating, but it just makes a little bit of sense. So.
And then what do you have to say about? Let me be the interviewer this time. What do you have to say about Pulisic, and where does he go from here? I'm curious to know your thoughts.
Okay, from here he need to build the momentum, and building the momentum, that doesn't mean you have to come on 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Today he started the game and he showed people what he can do. He missed a lot, and he also scored, just like Raheem Sterling is doing. Raheem is gonna miss 10, but he's gonna score 2.
Yeah.
So all of them deserve a run of games, but are you really gonna take Pulisic in and Raheem Sterling out? Let's be honest here. So if we continue with a proper rotation, I think he can still give us something, because when he comes on for 10 minutes, he wanna impress people, and he's gonna sky those balls, and then he's not gonna have another chance because the game is already finished. But when he got long term on the pitch, you build that confidence of shooting, of I'm gonna do it. Everybody is gonna miss, but the treatment that somebody like Mason Mount is gonna get, or Christian Pulisic, or any academy product, is completely different treatment. You know, Kai Havertz, he skied like 3 times or so, but you will see Twitter is going meltdown, is going in crisis because Pulisic skied his shot. But when Kovacic does it every single season, 1,000 times, it's not a problem. Oh, he's gonna learn. Oh, he's getting to positions. Oh, it's gonna happen. People give the benefit of the doubt to certain nationality, but certain people with certain passport, no, you have to be perfect. So my issue here is, will he continue the momentum when you are not playing? I'm not even sure he's gonna start against Milan, because Raheem Sterling was saved to play against Milan. So it's gonna be Raheem Sterling and Aubameyang back again. So I don't know if next weekend, I don't know what team we're gonna play against, he might have another chance. But if he can have some kind of good rotation in the team, you know, we have every week almost 2 games every week until the World Cup now. If we can start switching from Raheem Sterling to Aubameyang and Broja and Gallagher and Pulisic here and there, I think he can build some kind of momentum, and then we can judge him from there. But right now, I don't know how to make about it, because that's the reality.
So you feel like he doesn't get a fair evaluation based on his passport?
Yes. In the Chelsea community, online and everywhere, every miss is, you have to go, you are not good enough. Only when he score, oh, Captain America. When he score against Real Madrid and qualify us for the final, Captain America. But every time you make a mistake, a normal mistake, just like anybody else does, how many chances Kai Havertz missed? He been living for 2 years out of the Champions League goal. We gave him the benefit of the doubt, missing. Even Timo Werner, until he left Chelsea Football Club, he was like, oh my goodness, the guy is walking good. He's a decoy. Did you see the run he made? He took the defender out of the way to allow Sat to score. But
dummy
when it
runs.
Dummy rounds and all that. But when it comes to certain people, even if they do the same, it's not good enough. It's always bad. Like Tammy Abraham, for example, the guy can score 16 goals, but people still give credit to Havertz or Timo Werner, who are missing every single game. But Tammy Abraham, he missed 1 chance. He need to go. He's such and such. You see, the treatment depend on your passport, and sometimes depend on your skin color. Let's say it the way it is.
Really? Wow. Wow.
No,
I hear you, but I always look at it based on the round leather, the ball itself. A baller is a baller is a baller is a baller. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, man. If you
that
can
is
play,
you.
can
That's
play.
the way you see it. But
That's
if you
it.
start micro-examining, you start checking on how this is getting so much praise for missing 99% of your chances, and how this boy here, Chelsea through and through from the age of 7, he is getting this treatment for scoring 16 goals. When was the last time our striker scored 15 goals? No. But they would prefer to have somebody who scored 5 and getting to positions than somebody who scores 16 goals. Can you explain to me how that is possible?
I can't. But the only thing that worked against Tammy Abraham, obviously, was the politics, in my opinion. And secondly, he's predominantly a striker by DNA. So at that time, when you have attackers like so-called attackers like Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, when they're eating the same amount of lunch plates like you are, then you might as well, especially depending on the system we're playing, you might as well use the other guys. That was the problem. And like you said, you're absolutely spot on. I'm looking at what Tammy is doing now. I'm like, what? This is a guy that could have played for us. But again, like I said, I know when I talk about big club, it means I have a narrow mind. I'm approaching it narrow-mindedly. But when you're a big club, you lose some and you win some. And Tammy I'm going to raise my hand. That was a loss for us. But I like the fact that he's flourishing elsewhere. That's still testimony to what we did at Chelsea. So I look at it, and I look at anytime I watch Tammy, I watch him with pride, because I'm like, that's one of us. You understand? But I know this whole thing about, like, we still have people that are looking at Kevin De Bruyne. We still have people that are looking at Mo Salah if they had played for Chelsea. Like, we can't look back. We have to move forward and grow.
It's easy said and done, though. When you see Kevin De Bruyne breaking record after record after record, and we are struggling to do the same, to have even half a player than he is, it's gonna hurt, bro. It's easy to say than done. Look at De Bruyne, and that's why we need to be patient sometimes and just give Chukwuemeka a chance. You will see how people are gonna get on Chukwuemeka's case when the kid is not performing or misses some chances. It's a process, you know. He's not gonna be 100% every single game. I'm so happy that he got 5 minutes today, you know. So
are you being sarcastic?
no, I'm like serious, because that is building him slowly and surely. You don't want to put a kid in a situation where
in the eye of the wind. True.
Yeah, we concede, and people say, oh, since he came on, that's why we conceded. You know what it is. So seeing him getting some minutes already is something for me. I'm not being sarcastic on this, because he didn't even get 1 second under other regime. So why should I? I'm happy the way I see, like, you see, Gallagher also was in the same position. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, boom, an entire game here, and look at him now. So I like that kind of build-up, okay? You give a kid, 5, 10, 20, and then boom, put him there. To start. Yeah. Let him start. So,
no, I'm with you. Trust me. If you rewind 2 weeks ago, I wanted Gallagher on the bench. I'll be honest with you. I thought he had a heavy foot. I didn't like his first touch.
Yeah, you were calling him that he got it two left.
Thank you.
Two left. What did you say?
He plays like he has 2 left feet. Right?
Yeah, leg feet.
So I remember I said it to you. Oh, thank God you remember. So, and today I'm watching the guy. I'm like, hold on a minute. He might actually be I'm not getting overexcited. Let's not get it. I'm not getting overexcited, but the little things he did today is what we've been lacking.
Yeah, and the kid need quiet, no pressure. Let them go. Do it naturally. Let him just play.
The way he was intercepting, the way he was bullying people in the midfield, the way he was passing the ball, the way he was aggressive when necessary. He wasn't aggressive all over the place. It looks like somebody's talking to him. That he does, because you can tell before he was trying to force announce himself. Yeah, thank you. He was trying to impress people. That's what I was trying to say. Trying to impress people. Now that you can tell he's put that aside now, and he wants to ball. Yeah. And maybe he can find his feet doing that. And I like the fact that he has a lot of maturity around him. He's got the Jorginhos, he's got Kova, he's got Mason Mount. It's funny that we're calling Mason Mount mature. He's only 22. How old is Mason Mount?
Yeah, he just got a 23, I think.
23. He's still a baby. Yeah. So again, I'm glad that we have all these mature guys around him that can help him flourish. But again, like I said, I'm really excited. I think Oggs, I'm going to say this again. I really have a feeling, apart from the fact that I'm a crazy fan, I think we walk away with this EPL.
We might steal it, right?
Yeah, very big from the back door. We're going to steal this EPL.
From the back door.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's something smelling.
You wish that the day we play Manchester City, Haaland is gonna have some food issues and he's gonna go to the toilet.
No. I want a fully healthy, strong Haaland because he's gonna get substituted in second half.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Listen, City not gonna see any food to eat against us.
That is your theory.
They got City got lucky on the scheduling favored them. Come on, man. Scheduling favored them, which is okay. They used it to pick up form. And I'm not. Listen, Haaland. I told people already. Haaland is a class player. He's classy, but he plays bully ball. He's a bully, and
he bully people.
Yeah,
do you think he's?
Yeah.
Who is gonna mark him?
You know who's gonna mark him? Space. Offside.
Okay.
Brains. IQ. You let him deal with space. You let him shuffle his feet. Don't worry, he's coming. Our defenders, by the time we are sent, we're not stupid enough to run with Haaland. You can't run with Haaland. If you run with Haaland, he's going to beat you. Like you said, he's smart. He wants you. He wants that body. He likes bodies around him. He needs to be left in the desert. But again, it depends on the quality of defender that can execute that kind of offside trap.
Do you think Koulibaly can do that? Thiago Silva definitely can do that.
Thank you. That's okay. You're reading my mind. Thiago Silva, no problem. Koulibaly is, you can tell, Koulibaly already he's a slide tackle merchant. He likes to slide tackle. So you can tell Koulibaly is going to want the body because at the end he can slide tackle. But I want to see Graham Potter coach our boys to find a way to humble Haaland, not just defend him, humble him. Leave him in the desert. Right now, he loves it. If you throw two bodies on him, he's gonna walk all over them, Oggs. The guy is a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast, and Chalobah can handle that too. Chalobah was good today.
He was fantastic. Yo, sorry, I didn't even mention Chalobah. Chalobah, I give you your flowers, my brother. Especially as a centre back. I said to Oggs earlier in the stream this morning, I said, I don't trust Chalobah in a 2. And again, I ate my words. Chalobah was highly disciplined. I love it when defenders do the simple things. I don't like defenders all over the place. That's why Thiago Silva is a joy to watch, even though I have my reservations with Thiago Silva. But Thiago Silva is exactly what every defender should be studying. Simplicity. Like I always say, KISS. Keep it stupid, simple, my brother. Pass and show. Pass, get into space, collect the ball. And yeah, man. Listen, let me say this to the rest of the EPL. Forget about Chelsea, man. We're not gonna do anything. Don't worry about us, man. Come to me in January, February. Trust me, Oggs. I told you we're gonna steal this thing, Oggs. Can you handle it though? Can you handle the truth, Oggs?
I can.
Okay, good. I'm watching you, bro. You
all right.
Yeah, man. Hey, Oggs, thanks for having me. I know you gotta go, but
thank you so much for stopping by. Tomorrow we're gonna be here probably for other games. God bless you, man.
Same to you, my brother. Arsenal, Liverpool. We definitely need to break bread for that one. That's a big game, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Hey, to all the Chelsea fans out there, enjoy. Open something hot and drink on it, and we see you again next week.
Take a bottle of water.
No, bottle of holy water. Holy water, my
holy
brother.
Water.
All right,
guys.
my brother.
See you,
Thanks
man.
so much for having me, and take care, bro.
Take care. Okay, people. So I have to leave. Thank you so much for watching. It was a pleasure. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow for other games. Blessings.